Kind of interesting and wild to do a evening video. If you happen to be hearing the crunching, that's Uncle Sam over there in the corner eating her cat food. Let me see if I can move the Mac over. You can see her eating. Yeah. So I go to the Never Enough Ammo blog TV tonight, and somebody said, "Hey, Lamb Dog, you see H1 Inc. called you out." I'm like, "H1 Inc. Dog, yeah, I'm uploading a video right now." So I made this 23-minute behemoth trying to demonstrate how the government and different services of the government are comprised, not necessarily of a this single body, but how it's made up of a bunch of individuals. And you have some people are good, some people are bad. You know, some people see the power that they're given by their station as an opportunity to abuse folks, and other people are a bit of a crusader, and they see the opportunity of their power and position as a means to help a great many people, and they do that on both sides of the coin. Um, what I don't want to do, I don't want to paint some sort of a rosy, all is well outlook on this. I want to be practical. Um, I know Corey gave me the assignment of being the good of the government, but what I want to do, I don't want to give you an ignorant viewpoint. What I'm going to do is not neglect the bad or the harm that our nation or our decisions as citizens or our decisions as citizens who vote certain people into office make happen. What I'm going to do is just focus on the good that is actually being done. This first video is going to have a couple of points about how our military is used in humanitarian efforts, and there are units that do in fact specialize that, as you'll see in the following clips. Um, you could, I would imagine, to the viewer, this isn't to Corey, but to the occasional viewer, you could just dismiss what I'm about ready to show as propaganda, and that'd be fine. But I think that could in fact be a mistake, and I think also it could be a mistake to judge the people that are doing those particular jobs. Um, let me clarify that a little bit. When the earthquake in Japan happened, there was some momentum beginning about how this could be like a HARP weapon or some sort of military weapon that caused the earthquake. I got a little agitated at that because the U.S. Marines were some of the first responders on scene giving aid. And what I saw was, hey, people are accusing this of being a military weapon being used against it, when in fact, our military might was being used to assist the people. And I saw that as a disservice to those who were actually helping and doing some good. Anyway, this is the first volley, and here are the clips.
The drive to leave Haiti is enormous. Haitians, as well as foreign nationals, those that are able, line up at Haiti's main international airport looking to see if the documents they carry are what's needed to pass into the terminal, a step closer to departure.
Hey, please lower your voices.
The security process is in the hands of B Troop 173 Cav, 2nd Brigade Combat Team, 82nd Airborne.
It's really busy.
Specialist Stuart Hart is 20 years old. This is his third deployment in his 2 years of Army service.
I went when I was 18, did a year in both, just got back.
173 Cav is one of the first military units on the ground. They are part of DoD's Global Response Force, trained for situations like this.
All of these guys in our unit are paratroopers, and they're three-time volunteers, and they know what's right. They're good, decent people who live by the Army values. They're trained to be patient, to show respect to citizens, well, to all human beings, for that matter.
The crowd outside the airport at this moment is relatively calm, orderly. A representative from the U.S. State Department is on hand.
All the information here. No. Things are moving forward. It's much more organized, so we'll get things going.
The push to leave is expected to increase sharply in the days ahead, which means 173 Cav and soldiers like Specialist Hart have their work cut out.
So we're helping everybody here. They're having a hard time here. They're trying to get home to a different place, a better place.
Excuse me.
Gil McCabe, Haiti. That's the Army Today from Soldiers Radio and Television in Atlanta. For the latest military news and information, check out army.mil.
The mission of the Provincial Reconstruction Teams, or PRTs, in Afghanistan is to help repair roads, schools, and bridges. In Kabul, there is no PRT, but soldiers from the 1st of the 178th Field Artillery Battalion have taken on that role through civil military operations. With a number of projects they're already monitoring, the South Carolina National Guardsmen are starting another project in the Kali Musling village. The unit's officer in charge, Major Bo Spafford, says their mission is to give these kids access to school despite weather conditions.
During the rainy season, what happens is the water is so high that the kids have to walk a long way, diverted around to get to school. Same with the vehicular traffic. So what they've asked us to do is create a vehicle bridge here, which will obviously cross the Wadi and make it passable so the kids from this village can walk directly to school.
Major Spafford says the goal is to complete this bridge project by November, before the rainy season begins. This village is also getting a new well and 10 more classrooms that will alleviate overcrowding and allow more children like Fatima a place to learn. Reporting from Kabul, Afghanistan, I'm Petty Officer Liz Murray.
So there you have it. Just a little slice of good in an amazing world of bad. I could, of course, show more. They're not too terribly difficult to find, and they're not too difficult to see images of Navy doctors, Army doctors assisting aid towards people who would never in a million years be able to pay. That's also not taking into effect the civilian corps overseas and some of the other international programs that we're able to do because as a government we can unite and do these larger projects. So there you have it. Your resident political officer, Lambdog 76, with the positive of American government. We'll see y'all soon.